I think we are. We're going to have an interview with Tox, see what he's been getting up to, and I believe we are just connecting to him right now. So it was a pretty intense best of three I was watching from behind the scenes, and that stuff was nerve-wracking for me.
It was a fantastic match to watch. We saw such a different. We saw a level of Quake that these guys are capable of bringing, and actually any concerns of any rustiness, I think, were worn away very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I thought Vu was going to take it though, and especially in Bloodrun. He had that amazing stack at the end. He was 200, and then I don't know if it was just joke. He just couldn't get those rockets off in time, and Tox was just with that amazing lightning gun. I was like, I think that was the main opportunity, because in Lost World, that lightning gun of Tox just ruled all, I think.
Yeah. From your perspective, whilst we're still getting him to get the call together, what are you looking forward to going into what will be our next game? We'll see Vu back in action against Cypher.
Well, we saw him playing, I think it last weekend, and it was a bit tense. So I'm not sure. It's going to be a very tough work. If Vu can hit his shots, then yeah, it could be very close. But I think we have got Tox on the line. So Johan, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Hello. So, where can we start, Tossport?
Well, Johan, I hope we'll talk to you many times during the day. So what I think we'll do is we'll quickly recap on that last match, and then we'll talk about some of your where you've been the past few years. So, talk us through that last match and the key moments for you. The Telefrag on Hub. How was that for you?
Well, I played a really slow game, and I was just trying to catch him off guard. And at that moment, I was quite stacked, and he was stacked as well. And I thought it was a good opportunity to take the fight and try to decide the map at that point. But I guess it was kind of stupid of me to go into the teleporter as well as he did. But that's a mistake you have to live with.
And as Vu said, Painkiller taught him well.
Yeah, like all the Telefrags. And after that we saw Bloodrun, where we saw an even slower game. It was 1-0 for a significant amount of time. Were you confident towards the end, or were you feeling it would be close?
I think he played a strong defensive game, and I had to feel him out a bit before I decided how to play against him. I noticed that he wanted to play a lot in the plasma yellow room a lot. And I just tried to find a good, clean fight against him, but it was really hard because he liked to go into that room, and it's really hard to surprise someone in that room. So basically, I tried to just keep timing and waiting for the right opportunity to catch him off guard and take him a clean kill against him, so you can regain control and keep control. Otherwise, it's really hard on CT, and that. If you don't get a clean fight, it's really hard to keep in control of the map, and you can end up losing because of you fragging your opponent.
And going into that last map, you seemed to be in control for the majority of it. Did you feel in control?
Yeah, I felt quite comfortable at Lost World. I knew that as long as we fight in a clean fight in the open area, I would most likely win that fight. The only thing I was trying to not do is to fight him in the corridor, because he had a quite strong rocket, and it's really hard to tell in Quake Live rocket against rocket, because it's really hard to know where your opponent will fly away when you hit a rocket. So I tried to fight on the certain areas that I felt more comfortable at.
So, since being the undisputed Quake 4 champion, where have you been? What has been the toxic story over the past few years?
Well, I have been playing a bit now and then, but it seems like each time I would be trying to make a comeback. There have been new maps in the map pool. So like after Quake 4, when we started to play a bit Quake Live, when the beta was released, there was, I think, only Quake on, and then they started to play Quake 3 CPM, and then I decided to play it in Greek. So it was kind of in the beginning of Quake Live. I was playing quite much, and I thought that I would give it a chance like Quake 4. But when they switched back to CPM-A for like 2 years, it kind of lost interest. And then when I decided to get back in Quake Live, they were playing like T9 and T6 and maps like that, and you kind of get you're not used to the maps, and it would take a lot of time to get in shape. Even if you can win against most of the players when you have a good day, it's really about you can lose against anyone if you don't know the maps enough. And so I kind of stopped and begin during this year, and I started to play a bit more when they announced at GDM at DreamHack, and then I decided to play at Quake on Duel as well, and at last DreamHack, and since then I haven't been playing so much. Just 2 or 3 weeks ago I started before this tournament, because I wanted to give a nice show and not be as rusty as you can be if you haven't played for a while.
And how far do you think you're going to go in this tournament? How good a shape would you put yourself in?
I think it's really hard to tell, because in my mind everyone is equal in Quake Live. It's kind of everyone aims as equal in Quake Live, and it wasn't like that in Quake 3 and Quake 4. It was more it was easier to make comebacks because you could aim slightly better than your opponents, but nowadays everyone aims so good, so the one in control is usually winning with a high score, and it doesn't really matter who you play. I think everyone is equal, so it's about not making mistakes during the game, because if you do one mistake you can lose, and basically against everyone.
So you're saying you can win it? You're saying at 11 o'clock today we could be calling you back and saying congratulations, you've won?
I don't think it's impossible, but I know it's really hard to do so, because basically what you have to do is you have to play really good in the semi-final and the final, and it doesn't matter if you play really good right now. It will in the end of the day it will be who will hit the most clean shots and don't make so many timing mistakes. And I think I can beat everyone if I have a good day, and I can also lose against everyone if I don't. So.
And as we move on to some final questions here before we get going with our next game, I think your next match is against Jibo in about half an hour's time or so. How are you feeling about going against him? And as well Cypher, who will be your last group game match?
I really enjoy playing Cypher. I think I have quite a good read on him, but sometimes it doesn't matter, because sometimes he have a really strong aim and play a fast game, but Cypher play a bit different than everyone else, because he wants to fight all the time, and that can be a bit frustrating when you are not having time to take the decision that you want to make. You have to be forced to make these decisions. And Jibo, I haven't played that much. I'm not sure if I ever have played him in Quake Live, but I played him a few times in Quake 3, and he was a good Quake 3 player. And I suppose we are going to play the old maps. And Jibo have a really good lightning gun, and also he's a good timer. So. And he also plays a bit defensive when he wants to, and it's really hard to catch him off guard. But I guess that's the kind of tactic I will use this time against them. You want to take as clean fight as possible, so you can make anything after you frag the opponent, so you won't be running away with low health.
Well, Johan, thanks so much for your time. It's great to talk to you again. It's great to see you back in action. And we wish you the very best throughout the tournament. We will be back casting over your shoulder in about half an hour when you do take on Jibo and then afterwards Cypher. But we're going to take leave now and get ready for the next game. So thank you very much, Johan.
Yeah, thank you.